Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This is Harsh and today we are going to discuss exercise 7.1 from the chapter 7, which is integrals. So let us discuss our first question from the exercise 7.1. The very first question is find out the antiderivative of sine 2x dx. In the very first question we need to find out antiderivative of sine 2x, which is, we can say, antiderivative as integral as well. Okay, the question states that we need to find out antiderivative or integral by the method of inspection. The method of inspection is for the basics. We are going to start from the next level. So what is sine 2x? Sine 2x, we need to find out the antiderivative or integral of sine 2x. We know that cos x derivative is sin x minus sin x, and the derivative of sin x is cos x. So we need to find out the antiderivative of sin 2x. What is integration? Integration is just the opposite of derivative. So for finding out the antiderivative of sin 2x, we will use this derivative of cos x. I am erasing this dy dx sin x. So here is minus sin x, and we need to find out the integration of sin 2x. Taking this sin x to the left hand side, we had sin x integration is minus cos x, and integration of sin 2x will be cos x by 2 minus cos x by 2. So the answer of this first question is minus cos 2x by 2, because the angle remains the same. You can also find out the integration by the chain rule. Let us consider sin 2x again. Sin 2x, let's find out its integration. So students, if you want to find out integration in just 1 second, what you need to do, first of all, remember the derivatives and antiderivatives which are given in your NCERT book. Then simply apply that. Sin x, what is integration of sin x? Sin x integration is minus cos x, and then find out the integration of 2x, or simply divide the derivative of 2x by the integral which you have obtained. This is how your first question will be solved. Pause the video to note it down. Then we will move to our second question. Now let's move to our second question, which is cos 3x. For the question, we will be solving the same manner. I am finding out the integration and solving the question in a very fast manner. Integration of cos 3x dx. Cos 3x dx integration is simply sin 3x upon 3 plus c. This c is used to describe that some constant term is left, which we cannot find out from the cos 3x term. Okay, the next third question is integration of e to x dx. Integral of e to x, e raised to power 2x dx will be e to x as it is and divided by 2 plus c. This is the integral of e raised to power 2x dx. And the fourth question from the exercise 7.1 is, this question is very important from the board point of view as well as from the competitive point of view. ax plus b square dx. So first of all, using the chain rule, we are going to find out the integral of this ax plus b whole square dx. ax plus b raised to power 3 upon 3, because in the integration we always increase the power to 1 and divide the term by the same number which is above here. And here, using chain rule, we are going to find out the derivation of ax derivative is a. So this is the answer plus the c, which is constant term. Now let's come to the fifth question. Fifth question is quite simple. We need to find out integral of sine 2x minus 4 e raised to power 3x dx. Simply in this question we can do integration like this: sine 2x minus integral of 4 e 3x dx. Sorry, I forgot to write here dx. Dx is used because dx is used to denote that the integral is done in respect with the x. So finding out the integral of sine 2x, we have minus cos 2x upon 2 minus 4 is the constant, leaving it as it is, 4 e raised to power 3x upon 3 plus c. This question was quite easy. Now moving to our sixth question, we have we need to find out the integral of 4 e raised to power 3x plus 1 dx. In this type of question, if there is bracket given, you can simply open that, 4 e raised to power 3x plus dx. You can simply write dx here. Now finding out the integral, we have 4 upon 3 plus x. The integral of dx is x. This is very important to note that the integral of dx is x and the derivative of x is 1. So we can say that these two terms are opposite to each other, plus c. So here we are till the sixth question. Pause the video to note it down, then we'll move to our seventh question. Our seventh question from the exercise 7.1 is integral of x square 1 minus 1 upon x square dx. This is the, in this question we need to find out the integral. So simply we are going to open the brackets for making the question simpler. X square minus 1 will, this is what we will get from obtaining from opening this bracket. I have multiplied x square with the 1 and x square with the minus 1 upon x square. Now opening the brackets, we have x square dx minus integral of dx. We have integral of x square as x cube upon 3, and the integral of minus dx will be minus x plus c. This is our seventh question. And moving to our eighth question, we have ax square plus bx plus c. We are going to open the bracket, but this time I'm not gonna write that. I'm solving the ax square with the dx in respect to dx and finding out integration. I'm going to solve out this eighth question in a single step. The integration of this ax square would be ax cube upon 3, because a is the constant here, and the integration of bx square is, bx would be bx square upon 2 and cx plus c. This will be the integration of the 8th question. Now moving ahead to the 9th question, we have 2x square plus e raised to power x. We need to find out its integration. So here we are, integration of 2x square will be 2x cube by 3 plus e raised to power x plus c. This is the 9th question. 10th question we are going to solve after using this board. So pause the video to note it down, then we'll move to our 10th question. Our 10th question from the exercise 7.1 is this question is very important from the board point of view as well as competitive point of view. This question we need to find out the integration of root x minus 1 upon x square whole square. So same in this question, we are going to open the bracket, we are going to operate the formula of a minus b whole square. So here we have a square plus b square minus 2 ab. The root x cancel the root x, so here we have x plus 1x minus 2. We need to find out its integration. Here we have integration of x is x square upon 2 and integration of 1 upon x is log x and integration of 2 is minus 2x. Simple. Plus c, the constant term. It is very important to apply a constant term because we cannot determine the constant term from this method. The 11th question from the exercise 7.1 is x cube plus 5x square minus 4 upon x square. I am going to divide these terms by x square so that the question becomes easier. Plus 5 minus 4 x raised to power minus 2. You can write x square as x raised to power minus 2 because this x square is in the denominator. Now finding out the integration, we have x square upon 2 plus 5x minus 4 x raised to power minus 1 dividing by the 1 we have this plus the constant term. Now moving ahead to the next questions, I am leaving out 12th third I am leaving the 12th question for you guys, and the 13th question I will be solving because this question is very important as well as this question is said to be difficult. And the 14th and the 15th and the question till the 17th you guys will be solving by yourself. I will be solving 19th and the 20th question. Pause the video to note it down, then we will move to our 10th question. So our 13th question is very important. The question is x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 integral. It's integral. Now we are going to solve this question in the parts. I am going to take x from here and plus 1 and minus 1 from the here. So here we see that taking out x common, we have taking x square, we have x minus 1 plus 1 and x minus 1. I'll solve this question in the parts. We have x square plus 1 as a one factor and x minus 1 as the another factor. Now this x minus 1 cancel with this and we have left with the x square plus 1. So the integration of x square plus 1 would be x cube upon 3 plus x plus c. This is the 13th question. This question is very important, so pause the video to note it down. Then we will move to our 19th question. If you have any doubt in between these questions from the question 14 to the 18th, you can write me in the comment section. I'll solve it out for you guys. Now move to our 14th question. The 19th question is integral of secant square x upon cosecant square x dx. We need to find out its integration. So we know that secant is the inverse of the cos. cos square x, and this cosecant square x is the inverse of the sin x. So solving out further, we have tangent square x dx. The cosine square x, we have I have solved this sine square this as 1 by cos square x into sine square x by 1. This is what I have done here. The tangent square x, there is no formula of the tangent square x integration, so I'm going to break it out in secant square x minus 1. Now we can simply find out the integration of secant square x. Secant square x integration is tangent x, and the minus 1 integration is minus x plus c. This is the integration of secant square x upon cosecant square x. This question is very important from the board point of view. Now let's move to our 20th question. 20th question is also very important. Pause the video, note it down, then we'll move to our 20th question. The 20th question is, two minus 3 sin x upon cos square x. And separating the terms, 2 upon cos square x integration and integration of sin x upon cos x is tangent x, and cos x inverse is secant x. Okay, I can write cos square x as secant square x and 3 tangent secant x as 3 secant x tangent x. Since it's all just, if you want to write 3 inside the bracket or outside the bracket, you can write 3 as like this as well, and 2 like this as well, and the question will look appropriate if you write constant term outside the bracket. So the integration of the secant square x is the tangent x, and the 2 as it is 2 tangent x, and the integration of the secant x tangent x will be minus 3 secant x plus c. So this was our 20th question. This question seems to be quite easy, but this question isn't actually easier. So you need to try it out yourself to make it understand quickly. Now let's move to our 21st question. 21st question is very different from the other question. In fact, 22nd question is also different from the complete exercise. 21st question and the 22nd question, I'm going to solve it out by myself. Pause the video, note it down, then we move to our 21st question. Our 21st question from the exercise 7.1 is, find out the antiderivative of root x plus 1 upon root x. Students, if you are finding out the antiderivative or integral, remember to make this sign of integration. This sign is used to know that we are finding out the integration. And dx, if we are finding out the integration in respect to x, then write dx. If we are finding with respect of y, then simply write here y. Here we are finding out the integration with respect of x, so simply write x. Now moving ahead, we are simply going to apply the rule of integration. X raised to power 1 by 2 plus x raised to power minus 1 by 2. Okay. So this is the integration of the 21st question. This question is very easy. So what we need to do, what I have done with the question is, I have simply done the integration by opening the brackets, and I have simply denoted the root x root x is 1/2 to the power of the term. Moving ahead to the second 22nd question. Pause the video, note it down. 22nd question is the last question of this exercise 7.1, and this question is important as well. Moreover, you cannot find this 22nd question. There is no question like 22nd question in the exercise 7.1. There is an example like 22nd question in the NCERT book, and the example number is the 4th. We need to find out its integration. The question is, if d by upon dx fx equals to 4x cube minus 3 upon x is to power 4, such that f2 is 0, find out the value of fx. We need to find out the appropriate value of the fx. In this question, we are going to find out its integration, and the integration of the f4x cube will be 4x raised to power 4 upon 4. I am simply going out to solve it in a very fast manner. X raised to power minus 4 plus c. This is not the integration. The integral of this is, I have solved this 3 upon x raised to power as 3, I have written 3 upon x raised to power 4 as 3x raised to power minus 4. Simple. Now finding out integration, we have minus 3 as it is, dividing it by minus 3 as well, plus c. But we need to find out the value of this constant term, x raised to power 4 plus 1 upon x cube, and it is given that f2 is equal to 0. So simply finding out the value of f2. 2 raised to power 4 is 16 plus 1 by 8. Sixteen 8 is is 128, and adding 1 we have 129 bound 129 upon 8. Remember that the value of f2 is given 0. So for that, if we are going to find out the exact value, the value of constant term will be in the negative. Okay, so I am writing the integration as, the integration would be x raised to power 4 upon plus 1 upon x cube minus 129 upon 8. This is the value of the 22nd question, and this point, this the option is the first option. The option A is the answer of this 22nd question. So this was the exercise 7.1 from the chapter 7, which is integrals. If you have any doubt in any question, just write me down in the comment section. I will explain that question in a separate video. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel and hit a like button. Thank you.